Welcome. You've got
Counterculture
with
Lujan.
He hails from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
You are listening to
Counterculture
with
Aaron Lujan.
This be called the Lujan virus.
We face a hostile ideology, global in scope, atheistic in character, ruthless in purpose, and insidious in method.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots.
Protecting your kids from the indoctrination of the media.
I call on every man and woman of goodwill all over America today to come back home. Come home, America.
What's up, Facebook? What's up, D-Live? What is up? All you live stream platforms, it is Counterculture with Aaron Lujan. Today is August 1st, 2021. Thank you for joining me once again, guys. I want to apologize to the people on Instagram. I told you guys I was going to go live in July. I was going to be back in July, and today's August 1st. I really got close. It feels good to be back. If you are watching or if you're listening to the podcast, I missed you, fam. What's good? How have you been? How's life? How's the summer going? How is COVID part 2? How is the Biden administration working out for you? How is inflation? How's life? If you're crazy enough to watch this, I appreciate you guys. I know there's probably like a couple people out there that actually pay attention. So to you guys, I think the last time I had a podcast was episode 71. I think it was back in March, if I'm not mistaken. So the reason I wanted to come up here is because I miss doing this. I miss sharing some of the thoughts, some of the analysis, politically, socially, culturally. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Aaron Lujan. I am a dad and a husband, and behind me, if you are watching the video, is Colorado Springs. That's where I live. And happy birthday, Colorado Springs. We turned 150 today, and I thought it was cool because I moved to Colorado August 1st, 2015. This is my 6th anniversary. I did not plan to move to Colorado Springs on Colorado Springs' birthday, but I feel like it was meant to be, you know, when you move somewhere and they're having a birthday. So happy birthday, Colorado Springs, and thank you for joining, you guys. I was going to come up today and plan a really heavy, dense podcast. I was going to do a ton of research on the vaccines that are being recommended or that are being pushed by the corporate drug dealers, and I didn't have time. It's the reason why I haven't been podcasting since I think March. Want to be able to do this more often, so instead I decided I was going to share something that I ran across yesterday on the Instagram. If you kids are hip to the Instagram, I'm an old guy now, so it's still cool to me. There's a gentleman that I follow. If you guys are watching the video podcast, his name is Donald Miller, and if you're watching the video, I'm holding up his book that I've read 3 times, Donald Miller, Building a Story Brand. I'm a marketer. That's what I do for a living, and Donald Miller is, in my opinion, one of the greatest marketers in history, probably one of the greatest business minds and marketers of our time. He's a New York Times best-selling author, #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller, one of the top marketing books on Amazon. I follow him on Instagram, and I follow him because of his business content, his marketing insights. I think he's a very interesting, dynamic person. If you guys are watching the video podcast, my afro's getting lost. I didn't get a flat top, I promise. I'm just, doing a green screen here in the office. He tweeted. No, he didn't tweet. Sorry guys, I'm rusty. I don't know. I haven't been on this horse in a long time. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So if you're watching this, you guys are watching a train wreck. I'm actually wondering if the audio is even getting picked up on Facebook. I don't even know. You know, am I? I don't know. Anyways, sorry guys. So what I was saying is, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. It was a post that Donald Miller put. That's him with his baby, and he wrote, "All my life I've wanted to do important work, write important books, and perhaps become an important person. The degree of fulfillment I've gotten from those pursuits has been minimal. Absolutely nothing has made me feel more important than becoming a father. The second she was born, I knew without a doubt I was necessary. Children are a gift. Importance is relational and comes the strongest when it's centered in love. It's not about accomplishment. It's about sacrifice." And I wrote to him, "Don, many of your words have been life-changing in my business career and in my view of marketing. But nothing you have written has been more profound and challenging and thought-provoking than what you just wrote here in this Instagram." And I wanted to extrapolate on that for a couple of minutes and then shut this off and get back to going to bed. I believe we live in a culture right now where there's so much focus and emphasis on success as it's defined by marketers, ironically. Buy this product, have this vacation, drive this car, wear these clothes, be married or have a boyfriend or girlfriend that looks this way. You need to look this way. You need to be this particular, wear these particular clothes, and then you'll be happy, then you'll be happy. We live in a society and a culture that's continuously making an attempt to define what our happiness will look like in terms of their own self-interest, because obviously marketers want to sell product and they want to convince you that without their product your life is bad, and if you buy it your life will be better and you'll ultimately be happy. And there's so many people that are pushing the latest program. I mean, maybe it's because me and the algorithm on YouTube targets me, but I'm constantly getting, if you work 10 hours a day, you can have this Amazon business and there's like a guy in Greece, with a yacht behind him. Or if you sign up for my program, you'll be buff and healthy and you'll just be happy. And I'm constantly getting Instagram advertisements or different types of advertisements on the internet about a real estate seminar, that if I attend this seminar, I will, make a passive income and become a gazillionaire. And I just think that so much of that, even if we reject it, it's subtly seeps into our subconscious. And I had to come to terms and repent yesterday about my own personal journey with success. I looked up to Don, and I'm going to go ahead, sorry if I still have this on the video screen. I look up to Don as a very successful guy. I would love, not that these are necessarily my specific aspirations, but I think it'd be awesome to write a Wall Street bestseller, Wall Street Journal bestseller. I think it would be awesome to be a published author and have a company with dozens of employees and, have tens of thousands of customers and make millions of dollars and have so many insightful philosophies and incredible, profound thoughts that change the world. That's why I come up on this podcast. There's an attempt for me to want to challenge the current zeitgeist, the way that people think, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it comes from a good heart, but I think it could easily, for me at least, get perverted into idol worship, to pride, to selfish ambition, to these things that are not edifying or good. And so to hear Donald Miller, who I recognize or admire and look up to as someone who is successful, to say what he said, and I think it's worth repeating, the degree of fulfillment I've gotten from those pursuits has been minimal. really, Don? Writing a #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller and making tens of millions of dollars was minimal. Importance is relational. And I think that challenges the current culture's view of success, that importance is respect, importance is fame, importance is the big Tesla, importance is attention and being liked, and importance is how you look and how much money you have and the things that you do and what you're putting on Instagram. I don't believe that in our culture we view importance as relational, and relational being the relationships that you have and to the degree of quality of those relationships. And I think that if we shifted our focus and viewed success as relational success, our divorce rate would be lower. Our children would not be estranged from us. They would be better behaved. We would have more inner peace. There would be true joy. I think of Christmas morning being surrounded by my children, and I've only been a father for 8 years, so I'm a rookie at this game. Christmas morning surrounded by my kids, for me, is one of the most tranquil, peaceful, joyful times of the year. There is nothing that I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about then looking out into the future. I'm in the moment, and that's something that I struggle with, and I don't know if you guys do, but I struggle with living in the moment. I believe I have a tendency to romanticize the past and relive moments in my past that were fun or exciting, and or I'm looking to the future. When I achieve this, when I have this car, when I own this type of house, I'll be happy. When my kids are able to do this, I'll be happy. When I can give my family this vacation, then. And I think that a lot of our culture, I hope it's not true, but I think a lot of people share my challenges in terms of never really being content with the present. And so for Don to challenge me yesterday and say that, importance is relational, it shifted my focus into the people that are in my life. And my wife, literally just a moment ago, we were having this brief conversation, and as I was preparing to get up here, she said, all we have are the people around us. The only thing that really matters in the final equation, if you're leading a family as a parent or in a family as a child, is your family. And for those of you who have wounds, and I realize a lot of people that may be watching this or listening to this have serious relational wounds, and maybe you are trying to deal with it with some of the cheap substitutes that the world and the culture offers you guys, allow me to encourage you that you can start afresh. That there's hope for a future. There's a verse that I love, Jeremiah 29:11. I'm going to butcher this because I'm the worst biblical scholar on the planet. I have hopes and dreams for you. I have plans for you, not to harm you, but to prosper you. There's a hope and a future for you. And if anyone's listening to this that maybe isn't feeling like there's a lot of hope for the future, allow me to encourage you with a story that I had. This was about 13, 14 years ago. I really was kind of with an identity crisis, didn't really know what I was going to do with my life, didn't really have anyone in my life in terms of a significant relationship. There was some close friends that basically had to leave the country. There was just a season where I was feeling hopeless. And today, my world is completely different. So you're not defined by your current circumstances. There is a hope in a future, and things can change for you. So, and if you do have relational wounds, if you're estranged from your parents, if maybe you have a child that's maybe walked away from you, that's not the end. That's not the end of your story. And for those of you who maybe have a family or have strong friendships and are constantly, chasing the carrot, the promotion, the car, the house, the business. For me, as in my career, I'm constantly trying to achieve a certain level of success. And part of the reason why I wanted to come up here and discuss this is, Don's words about success is not, it's not about accomplishment, it's about sacrifice. My success is defined by the sacrifices that I'm making and the people that are in my life. And I've realized too that that's when I'm most happy. And I continually deal with the lie and the temptation that if I just lock myself in my office and continue to build, and I go out and build, that somehow I will then be a success and I'll have an accomplished life. And I think that needs to be secondary. Today is Sunday. Today is my Sabbath. Today is the day where I shut everything down. I don't do any work, and I give my devoted attention to my family. And I'll tell you really quickly, today we went to breakfast, and I was giving my kids eye contact. And again, this isn't about, pat me on the back, let me tell you how great of a father I am. That would be pretty, tacky and a big turnoff. What I'm trying to share with you is that today is a day where I stepped in and made those sacrificial investments because my flesh, my desire is to just keep building, keep going. And I intentionally turned it off, had breakfast with my kids. We went to the store because we needed to get tie-dye equipment. My daughter went to a camp, like a kids camp, where they did this tie-dye thing, and she lost her tie-dye, and she was so crushed, and she cried, and I could hear my 6-year-old's heart that she was so disappointed that she lost what she had made. She had gotten so many compliments on it. So I told her, baby girl, on Papa Day, we're going to go get you a tie-dye kit, and we're going to do this ourselves. So we went to the store, we got the tie-dye stuff, we ended up buying socks because my wife is resourceful because they didn't have white bandanas, so we got socks, got the tie-dye equipment. And just seeing the childlike animation of them enjoying that. Oh, and after that, we went to the pool, and I'm teaching them how to swim. And in the morning, the day before, this is going to sound really awful, but I'm going to be real because on Counterculture, we keeps it real, fam. You feels me? That's my attempt at trying to be funny, guys. If it was awkward, I'm not a funny guy. I'm just awkward. It's awkward talking to a screen, knowing or not knowing if you can even hear me or see me, not even knowing if anyone's watching. So if you're judging me, I want to see you do this, okay? So we went and did the tie-dye thing, and I can tell you right now, having stepped out of this about 10 minutes ago, I feel peaceful. I feel content. I invested into my people. I made sacrifices in terms of I denied the things that I wanted to do for myself and that made me feel good, and instead gave of myself to the people that I love the most, the people that really are the only people that actually matter. Not that you don't matter, the rest of the world doesn't matter, but you know what I mean. Your people, your tribe, your flesh and blood, your children, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your wife, your husband, your people. When you just step into their world and serve them, that's when you're successful. That's when you're accomplished. So the lie, I believe, of the world is that you are not successful and you will never have accomplished anything and you will never be happy until you attain these things that we as the culture and the world deem as successful, whether it be fame, money, title, possessions. Those things are cool, and I'm not saying they're bad to have them. I want the big house, and I will have the big house. I want the nice, Benz, 2021 Benz, or the Ranger, Range Rover. If you don't know what a Ranger is, not a Ford Ranger. It's about making that sacrifice. So rather than talking in circles, I think I said what I wanted to say today, guys, and I think I got a cool background going. And what's happening? I'm back. August 1st, 2021. I believe this was, let's see the episode. Episode 72. Just housekeeping note, as we all say. I will be coming back on episode 73 with a very heavy, intense, science-based dissertation analysis of the COVID vaccines. And spoiler alert, the vaccines are a bioweapon and they're designed to destroy you. It is not going to protect you from Cooties 19. And Cooties 19... see, I'm already going, you guys. That's all I'm going to say about episode 73. This was episode 72. Today was August 1st, 2021, after taking a many-month break from counterculture. I love you, fam. I love doing this. I hope that, and I do plan on, but I'm not making any promises because I hate breaking promises. I kind of broke my promise because I said I'd be up here in July, and I came a day late, but close enough. I do plan and hope to be able to do this more often. The world is devolving, and I want to provide hope and not just be the bearer of bad news. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, you guys. This was Counterculture with Aaron Lujan, August 1st, 2021. Take care. Peace.